Hey, happy Friday, and welcome to Work Week Wind
Super excited
Down.
for the weekend.
Oh my goodness, I hope that everybody is doing well, that you are coming up on Fabulous Friday, even though it's cold as the dickens outside.
It is. I'm kind of shivering indoors too.
I can't even believe how cold it is. I was um, earlier this week. I was in Phoenix
Yes.
and I flew back on what was
I think
Wednesday.
2 days ago, yeah.
Yeah, I left from 68-degree weather. When I stepped off and went to get in my ride, like literally, I was like,
Like teeth clattering and
right,
everything.
right. Oh my gosh, it's crazy, and it's like what 20 degrees. I feel
Yeah,
like
I put on my full blown like parka.
yeah.
People are like, "You're being so dramatic, Ashley," but I'm like, "No, I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm not being dramatic. All right."
Listen, and I stay cold. Like I don't know what it
Uh,
is, but I'm always cold.
the
So
circulation or something.
I am so ready for summer to come around so that we can get rid of all of this nastiness. Like everybody that I know is either sick themselves
I
or
know.
someone within their family is sick. I don't know, like all this upper respiratory stuff
Yeah, it's
that's going
congestion,
on. Yeah,
nasal.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh my
just
gosh.
KO'd.
Oh my goodness. Well, so I am here in NODA, here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we are at one of the famous bakeries, Amelie's. They have several locations. This one specifically is on 36th Street, and as you can see, there are so many fun, just artwork and everything that is. That's hanging and decorating the walls and
Yeah.
everything.
It's giving
So
like Alice in Wonderland kind of vibes, like
yes,
cozy, but also like funky and
yes,
I don't know, a little bit trippy too.
it is. It is. So if you have not visited, definitely check one out. This one is huge. And they have the best pastries and food. We've been talking, but oh,
Oh, save,
I'm about to give it to you.
save just for you. You can have the first bite.
I will hold it. I will hold it. This is my
Like it's
tart.
so pretty, it looks fake.
It's my. I know,
Yeah,
doesn't it? It's like
it
the
does look like it.
glaze that they put on the top.
I know.
So I am still trying to be good, even though I'm, treating myself
Yeah,
and being good at the same time. So it has the fresh fruits.
yeah, that's healthy. That's healthy.
So yeah, and they have some really really good pastries and coffee and what are those things called? The colorful
Macarons.
macaroons.
Macarons or macarons? I forget the
Macarons?
difference. I think macarons might be the coconut one, and the macarons are like the colorful.
I don't
Like
know.
I
Colorful
don't bake.
cookies.
I don't
Let's
bake,
just
but
say
I think it's
that.
macarons. Yeah.
I don't know. I say words wrong all the time.
Me
So,
too.
but y'all know what we're talking about.
Hopefully they do.
So no, so we wanted to come and spend a little bit of time um, just answering some questions and requests that we've gotten as it relates to protecting our assets.
She said it best.
Protecting our assets. So that's your home as well as the belongings inside of your home, whether you're a renter or you're a homeowner. Um, I am joined with the beautiful Miss
Oh, so
Ashlei
sweet.
Tran.
Nice to
Um,
meet you, everybody.
so she's our guest today, and she's from Goosehead Insurance. Yes, I said Goosehead.
Super weird name, we know.
Yeah, yeah, Goosehead and not chicken head.
Is that the play?
Yeah, yeah. That used to be one of my favorite songs. Woo, woo, Chicken, chicken, woo, woo, chicken
Oh, I
head.
think maybe
Do you
maybe
know
I
that
might know.
song?
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe
I'm
it's,
showing my
you're
age.
tickling my mind a little bit. But yeah, I always like use like the bird head, like the body part.
Okay, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. So now people are going to think of that, and they're also going to think about
Yeah.
not chicken head, but goose head
Yes.
insurance.
Exactly. I think our CEO, the name came from his granddaughter because like her nickname was like Silly Goose, and so he kind of took her nickname and put it to the
Gotcha,
company,
gotcha. I
or so I've
love
been told.
it. I love it. I love it. Well, Ashley, I will let you introduce yourself
Ah,
to the viewers out there. Just tell them a little bit about what you do, and then we'll jump into some of the questions that we've got.
yeah, of course. So, like Lori mentioned, I work at Goosehead Insurance. It's the largest independent agency in the United States, especially in the Carolinas. I'm licensed in South Carolina, Texas, Virginia, and then North Carolina. Did I
Yep.
say?
Yep.
I thought.
I
I
don't know
thought.
if you started with North
I don't
Carolina,
know.
but that's where we are.
Yeah, the Carolinas. I'm definitely licensed in the Carolinas. We work with over 40 different carriers, so we got the big names like Progressive, Travelers, Seiko, and some of the little like guys that don't have a lot of marketing budget.
Yeah.
But they're all A-rated carriers, meaning that they're financially capable. So if everybody filed a claim on the same day, that they had enough money in their bank to pay out those claims. So
Yeah.
and what we kind of do that's different from all the other companies,
Hmm.
I would say kind of having a consultative approach. So we're walking each client every step of the way because a lot of people before I started this job knew nothing about
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah.
Didn't know anything about my car insurance,
Yeah.
didn't know anything about renters,
Listen,
and it's hard.
to a certain degree, I still don't know
Yeah,
anything about insurance. I just know that I have it and I keep it
and you need
because
it. You legally need
because
it.
I hate that I have to pay for it, but it's like just in case. Just in case
Because
you want to
life
make
is
sure that you're prepared.
life is unpredictable.
Yeah.
Exactly. We talked about that
Yeah.
earlier. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow, and so that's supposed to protect you in the case something bad has
Yep.
happened.
Yep. And that's in all forms. That's from driving to owning a house or renting a house
To
to just
existing.
living
Yeah.
because your life insurance also. I mean,
Exactly.
all types of insurance. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we want to tackle specifically today owning and renting and making sure that we are putting the building blocks together for all of you, including myself, to learn more about what types of insurance is out there, making sure that you have the correct insurance to make sure that you can either replace any of your belongings that are lost, that are stolen, that's, I don't know, damaged, by water, hail,
Yeah.
fire,
Yeah. The
whatever.
extremes.
Right. We want to make sure that you're covered and you understand, like, you're going into it with confidence, like we said at the beginning. So, first off, I know specifically because I work with, helping individuals purchase both townhomes and condos. Um, I know that there is a difference between the type of coverage that you can have, but generally speaking, a lot of people don't. You know, with a home, whether it's a condo or, well, a condo versus a townhome. Townhome can have like the HOA that manages and takes care of the exterior of the home. And then you have some communities where they don't have that. And if between the two, they're going to be two different coverages, and
Exactly.
they're like some initials and numbers.
Yeah. It's like it's like some mathematic equation. But yeah, like Lori said, so basically if you have a townhome or if you have a condo, usually it's going to be an HO6. So usually when you have a condo, the HOA, it covers the exterior, like Lori said. So that's including like the roof, that's including the vinyl siding or the brick veneer. Um, that coverage would give you coverage for studs in, so everything internally,
Hmm.
including like your furniture, your belongings,
Yep.
everything in the HOA would cover the external. And so if you ever needed to get your roof replaced, you would cover, or you would call it HOA to get that done.
Okay.
Versus like a townhome or a townhome, you can do a homeowner's policy, or
Mhm.
you can do also an HO6, which is like for condos. It depends on the HOA. I think my parents, we had an HOA, but they only cover like the community facilities and only covers
Yep.
like what is it called, like maintenance of upkeep of the plants and everything in the like neighborhood.
Right, right. Yeah. So like the maintenance, or if it had like a pool, it would cover that. It would
Exactly.
cover, the pool house, or, the park, all the
Exactly.
common space
Exactly, but
areas.
not
Yeah.
every like individual house. Well, that's why it's important. If you do have a townhome, there's two different types of HOA to go ahead and ask them. Hey, what do you guys actually cover? Do you guys cover the external part of my house? What kind of insurance I need. So if they
Yep.
don't cover it, you get a homeowner's policy. That's going to be an HO3. If it does cover external, you would get that HO6 like the condo.
Yep. Yep. I love it. And if you're doing the one with for the condo, that's just, ensuring the contents within the home, that obviously is going to be a much lower rate
Exactly.
than, the other, correct?
Yeah, so if you have an HO6, it covers studs, and that basically means like the drywall, kind of like the frame and everything inside. So your appliances, your furniture, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Super cheap, with a homeowner's policies at HO3, you have to do a replacement cost estimator, and you have
Hmm.
to put all in the details about the home, like the building materials, how many bedrooms and bathrooms, all of that kind of good
Yeah.
details. And
Yeah.
it spews out this number based on inflation of how much building materials cost in 2024 or whatever year you're writing it in, and how much labor costs. So
Gotcha.
that's why a homeowner's policy, since it covers everything, can be super expensive.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. Now, if let's say, um, and this is for all of the homeowners that have decided to turn their homes into investment properties, right? And now they are landlords, and they don't necessarily live in the home, and they are renting it out to others to stay there,
Yeah.
right? Um, in that instance, I mean, it's important for those renters to have their own coverage,
Yes.
which is going to cover their belongings within the home, right? But that homeowner now has to adjust their insurance, because there's like the homeowner insurance, and then there's
Yes.
dwelling insurance,
Yeah.
right?
She could
Right?
take over my job. She
No.
basically knows everything at this point. Yeah. You got it.
Well, see, I only know this because when my mother-in-law, when she passed away, we decided that, instead of just having the home, because it was back in South Carolina, instead of
Okay.
just having it sit, we would help family members out, and allow
Yeah.
family members to stay there. But we had to adjust the insurance policy, and that's the only reason why I know. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, you're right. So that's going to be a dwelling slash landlord policy. So that's going to be DP3. Again, a weird acronym,
Yeah.
but it's exactly what you said. So if you have like a long term tenant or a short term tenant, this would the DP3 would cover you as a landowner.
Hmm.
You, of course, would hopefully get your tenant to have renter's insurance, just because in the case of something happens and they invite guests over, or even a random stranger on the property, if your tenant does not have renter's insurance, the person that got injured on your property could legally sue you as a landlord.
Yeah.
So that's why it's super important to have renter's insurance for your tenants. But
Hmm.
yeah, exactly. It covers, it's kind of the in between, like between a condo policy and also a homeowner's policy. So it covers the actual home because that is your home and that's your property. Even
Right.
if you don't live in it, you do care about the construction of the
Yep.
house.
Yep.
But your personal property, that can be lowered, especially if you only have like the refrigerator and just
Hmm.
like a couple appliances that you're letting the tenant use. you obviously don't have your personal belongings or clothes or TV in there, so you can lower that personal property
Yep.
coverage.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, anything else that you wanted to kind of like touch on as far as those things are concerned? Because there is a question that I have to ask, but it's
Yeah.
gonna kind of like take a detour.
Yeah, I do have that infographic. I don't know if you want me to show it to them or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go ahead and put it.
Let's
Hopefully,
see.
you guys can like screenshot or like look at it a bit. But this is, I'm a visual person, and so I know we're just like spewing a bunch of words at you guys. So hopefully, this as a visual can help you kind of explain the differences between each of the coverages.
Yeah. And then I'll have Ashley to share it with me, and then I can post it
Yes.
for you guys to see.
This is probably not. Hopefully, this works. But you can kind of see what it covers and what it doesn't. I could go really into detail of what like coverage A, B, C, D, E, F mean, but that might be another segment for another time.
Yeah, we're gonna have Ashley back, and we will take a deep dive into the different ones.
Exactly.
Right. So one thing that I do want to ask, um, there's a group, and forgive me if I butchered, the name of it, but it's North Carolina um, rate something
Yeah, the rate bureau.
Okay, so the Rate Bureau, NCRB, they are proposing an increase in 2024, for homeowners, insurance by like 43%. 43%. That is like, I'm trying to think of a politically correct way to say it, but that's just crazy. That's crazy. Especially in the climate that we're in right now. We have so many folks that are, they're just strapped because you have everything that's increasing. You have groceries that's increasing. You have gas that's increasing. You have, just everything with inflation has gone up. With homeowners, I know here locally, so many homeowners have been, put in a situation where their property taxes have increased. Some have doubled. A lot of them have tripled, especially since the recent revaluation that took place. So we're looking at we're looking at folks that may be on a fixed income. They may be an essential worker. They may be, you know, um, a first time responder, school teacher, what have you, and they may have been in a position where they were just making ends meet, paying their mortgage, paying their rent, paying their bills. And now we're looking at that insurance increasing almost, half the cost, right? And I think that for first time home buyers, and folks that have that, that income that I was talking about, that is going to add on to, you know, the things that they have to work past in order to go into home ownership.
It's another obstacle.
It is. Absolutely it is. So tell me, who 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 makes up this bureau? Do you know? Like, who are these folks in?
I can't tell you exactly like the names, but like the North Carolina like insurance like rate bureau commission, they kind of set a rate for each year. It's not always right because when I do like quoting and everything, I go to each carrier and then it tells me what the North Carolina Rate Bureau believes the property is worth, but then insurance carriers, as a business, as a corporation, also set their own determination. So the numbers don't completely matter. It does matter in the sense of there's like a ceiling and then there's like a floor, so it has to go into space, but there is wiggle room for the actual insurance carrier to determine what the rate is. So the bureau just kind of sets a like a price range, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
And, that's kind of they have like a board, and so it's people that are elected to kind of determine what those insurance rates are. But some of those people, I don't know, that are licensed in insurance or
Right.
have the
Right.
proper education, I guess, to make
Right.
those informed decisions. But there are people in government that do set for each state what they believe insurance should kind of be in between.
Right. Okay. So here's my parting thought, or my request, or my ask, or my call to action, whatever you want to call it. If you um if you agree with me and think that it's something that shouldn't take place, yeah, there may be need to be an increase for whatever reason, but 43%. If you agree with me that that's entirely too much, um, use your voice. Use your voice. Reach out to your commissioner. Reach out to your elected officials. This is an election year. It's really huge. I know that a lot of people, they feel like, oh, my voice. What can I say? What can I do? I don't even understand. Listen, I butchered their name. North Carolina Rate Bureau.
Yeah.
I didn't even have their name right, but I know that what they're trying to do, what they're proposing, isn't right. And I'm willing to speak up about it. And I just implore you all to do the same. Reach out to your officials and let them know that you're not in agreement and you want to oppose you know um, their request to do the increase in 2024. So that's what I wanted to say. Ashley, if anyone wants to reach out to you
Yeah.
directly, definitely give them your information. If you guys don't capture it, definitely reach out to me and I will get you connected to Ashley. And so what?
Yeah.
So how should they reach out to you?
Yeah, so my email is going to be ashley.tran@goosehead.com. I believe in the description.
Yep.
Lori has my name, but it's Ashley like a Y, but instead of the Y, it's an I. My dad liked to wanted me to be unique. And then Tran, so Tran. My direct line, so I get these calls directly. It's going to be 205-721-8142. But
Yeah.
working with an insurance broker like myself can help with that kind of
Yes.
dilemma.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we're kind of the middleman, so we have to
Yeah.
deliver the bad news a lot. We
Yeah.
have no say whatever in what premium is, so we get brunt
Yep.
of a lot of clients that are kind of angry and frustrated, understandably so, because
Yep.
like you said, premiums compared to 2022 to 2024 and now 2023 and 2024, it's almost doubled and it's going to continue to rise.
Right.
So the best that we can do as insurance brokers is shop the market for
Yep.
you to see what the best option is and to move you to another carrier that's more competitive for your property and for your rate.
Yep. No different from a lender that they get the brunt of, oh, interest rates. Why are interest rates so? I mean, they don't do anything. I mean, those are the feds that kind of regulate those numbers. And myself as a realtor and my colleagues, like, we get the brunt of, oh, houses are they cost they're out of my price range or what have you. Like, we don't set that,
It's the people
but we shop
higher up.
around. We assist with shopping around, finding the best home within the price range or what have you. So yeah, I am so glad that we were able to connect and get together and provide this valuable information to our viewers out there. Again, hey Tori. Sorry, I wasn't even looking at the chat, but I see it now. Hopefully you're doing well. But if you guys have any additional questions, definitely drop it in the chat. Send me a message. send me a text 704-965-1702, and we'll come back on and get those questions answered for you. But again, the goal for today and moving forward is just hoping with those building blocks for you guys to go out and live your best life and live it full of confidence in every area. Today, the area was insurance.
Yeah, not fun to talk about, but important to know.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So I think that's it. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
I think you had a great ending part, so I don't want to add or change that.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you guys very soon. Stay warm, bundle up, and just make it a great day. And while you're out there, sprinkle your magic. Make sure to make someone smile today, because you never know. Um, that may be the only time that they come into contact with someone that brightens their day and makes them smile. So, all right, you guys have a great one.
Bye.
Bye.
I love your little
Oh, thank
sprinkle
you.
some